Jamie Lee Curtis says she'd be dead if fentanyl was easily available years ago. Jamie Lee Curtis is reflecting on being incredibly lucky to have overcome her struggle with substance abuse over 2 decades ago. The Everything Everywhere All at Once star told Joe Scarborough on MSNBC's Morning Joe in an appearance that aired Friday but was taped before the beginning of the Screen Actors Guild strike, "I was an opiate addict and I liked a good opiate buzz. If fentanyl was available, as easily available as it is today on the street, I'd be dead," the 64-year-old Oscar winner said. Curtis, who told Variety in 2019 that she'd battled a secret Vicodin addiction for over 10 years, said her life could have gone down a very dark route had she not gotten clean. She said, "My worst day was almost invisible to anyone else. I'm lucky. I didn't make terrible decisions high or under the influence that then for the rest of my life I would regret. There are women in prison whose lives have been shattered by drugs and alcohol," she continued, "not because they were violent felons, not because they were horrible people, but because they were addicts." Curtis said her sobriety made everything in life crystal and clear, and that she feels incredibly lucky that wasn't my path, because she was headed there. The Halloween star reflected on her family's history of substance abuse. Tragically, her brother Nicholas died as a young man due to a heroin overdose in 1994. Curtis told Scarborough he was clean and sober and he went out and used one time and died from an overdose. And he is one of millions and millions of people whose lives have been extinguished because of addiction. In a 2021 interview with the Today Show, Curtis spoke about breaking the cycle of addiction that destroyed the lives of generations in my family. She called her sobriety her greatest accomplishment. She said at the time, "My sobriety has been the key to freedom. The freedom to be me, to not be looking in the mirror in the reflection and trying to see somebody else. I look in the mirror, I see myself. I accept myself, and I move on. Because you know what? The world is filled with things we need to do." Just a month before, Curtis had also looked back on her sobriety journey with a heartfelt message on Instagram. She wrote alongside a throwback photo of herself holding an alcoholic beverage, "A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I was a young star at war with herself. I didn't know it then. I chased everything. I kept it hidden. I was as sick as my secrets. With God's grace and the support of many people who could relate to all the feelings and a couple of sober angels, I've been able to stay sober one day at a time for 22 years, she continued. Curtis concluded the post with some encouraging words for all those struggling. She wrote, "I was a high bottom, pun kind of intended, so the rare photo of me proudly drinking in a photo op is very useful to help me remember. To all those struggling and those who are on the path, my hand in yours."